Episode 22 begins as we arrive in Alaska's capital city and our hometown of Juneau, Alaska. Not because our trip ends here, but because we live in a popular tourist town, and this is one of the stops on our Alaska cruise.
We're home! But not officially. So, our hometown of Juneau is on our itinerary, and we are actually going to offload all of our excess luggage, an entire suitcase full of my shoes, and then we've got all of our souvenirs, all of our formal clothes, and pretty much anything that we didn't feel like traveling from Vancouver back to Juneau with. So we'll be coming home late and it'll be really nice. Thomas just has to go clear customs because we brought back knives and a Japanese sword. We have to go declare that to customs, which doesn't really make sense because we already declared all of our stuff in customs in Kodiak, but I don't know, maybe it's just out of an abundance of caution. Dad has the tortoise, and she did a little bit of that, you know, pet thing when you go away and your pets are kind of acting miserable and pathetic. Today's the first day that she's acting normal, so we're not allowed to see her. We have to wait until we get home so that she doesn't go back into her depressive coma. It's a beautiful day in Juneau. It's been raining, but we're used to it because we live here. And I'm really thankful we're not one of those tender boats, because I would not want to wheel my trunk onto a tender boat. All right, time to go.
Welcome to Juneau. I am off by myself. Had to go to customs, get the knives, and just called my dad. He's on his way to come get me. Go drop some stuff off at the house. Say hi to some friends, and just enjoy home for a minute. My ride is here. What a nice truck. Woo! Made it to the house. Everything's in order there. Said hi to my dad, some friends. Now I'm headed back to the ship. Meet the girls at the Lido deck and help unload all of their stuff. So the car is downtown. Have a bit of a walk, but no big deal. Cruise day in Juneau. Planes, whale watching tours, and 5 ships a day. This place gets busy. Our first time in the fancy elevators is with the Juneau.
Deck 4, upper promenade.
Deck 3.
Taking all of this home. Tons of souvenirs, extra clothes. There's my bag of shoes. There's all our formal
Deck
clothes.
A deck.
The cruise ship people made us go all the way to customs and told us that we had to cancel whatever plans we had today, get ourselves down to customs. And they made us come, they escorted us personally and made us go in. And then the lady laughed and was like, I have no idea why they had you come here. She stamped our second customs clearing unnecessary form and told us to have a good day. So we're just going to wait here with our stuff.
So there's Bernadette's Filipino barbecue. That place has great barbecue. If you're in Juneau, you don't want to pay that $200 for king crab legs at Tracy's, which is worth it, then come to Bernadette's. I prefer the chicken, but they have 2 types of skewers, chicken and pork. If they're out of chicken, because it sells out pretty fast, the pork, you can't go wrong with that either. So skip the line at Tracy's, come to Bernadette's. But whew, back to the Jeep. We're all cleared through customs, which was a show, but whatever. We're on our way to drop off the rest of our stuff.
We're at the AJ dock. I'll show you downtown what it looks like right now. It's a little bit hectic. It was worse this morning before we got off when we were just up there looking down, but it's still a little on the hectic side. Not too bad down here right now. People selling tours and a lot of tour buses filling up. We almost got run over by a walking tour because the leader was walking backwards and just randomly walking backwards into the crowd. And here we're wheeling all of this luggage and almost got plowed into. I spy one Dallas Ross working in his booth. Here's our limo. We travel in luxury. There's my driver. He's super cute. Had to check on my tulip bed while I'm here. So cute. Thought I was going to miss it, but nope. Looks like they'll be bloomed right about the time we get home. Little seaside tulip patch. Clean off my solar lights. They do much better when they're clean. I have to come down here with a proper wipe when I actually am home.
While I was home unpacking, doing laundry, and checking on tulips, Thomas was checking in at work.
And there's all the ships. There's the Noordam. Home for another 3 days. It's a 5-ship day today. So that means downtown is slammed. People everywhere. But that's what we are. We're a tourist community. We welcome all tourists.
Alaska's capital city of Juneau, with a population of 32,000, is located along the Gastineau Channel in the famous Inside Passage. Covering 3,255 square miles, it is the largest U.S. city by area and one of only 2 U.S. state capitals, along with Honolulu, that is not accessible by road. Access is only available by air or sea.
On my way to the office, say hello to the folks. Still on vacation though. Not going to work. It's just a social visit. Or at least I'm going to try to keep it that way.
Its rich gold mining history, abundance of wildlife, and its many glaciers makes Juneau a major cruise ship destination, receiving over 1 million cruise ship passengers every year from mid-April through the month of September.
Salmon bake on the way to my doctor.
Next stop, my monthly trip to the doctor's office.
How many cruise ship passengers jump off to race to their doctor appointment?
Probably a lot. We're on Holland.
We travel with old folks. We're pretty sure somebody passed away on our ship too. There's a whole investigation and everything going on. Alright, here we are, Valley Medical Care. Valley, it didn't say that nicely. Alright, I gotta be quick. Get my finger poked. Got my finger poked. INR is good. We are going into the IGA.
After a month away from home, we were so happy for a cup of our favorite local coffee.
Traveled the world and there ain't no coffee like a heritage coffee. There goes Thomas taking the car back. We're ready to get on board and get some lunch. So crazy to be looking down at your home from a cruise ship. Pretty cool too though.
Told you, Bernadette's is the place. Everybody knows. Lines for days. Remember, that's just cruising. There will be lines. We all like the same things. Back in Japan, just kidding. We're still in Juneau. We're just at the Miners Memorial. We are chasing blossom season everywhere. We were a little late in Japan for a lot of the blossoms in the south, but from mid-Japan and the north, well, you've seen it. It was crazy. And now here we are in Juneau, and a lot of our trees are blossoming. It's raining. It's Juneau. It's liquid sunshine. It's right next to Bernadette's. You can see all the ships behind me. Can't miss it. Come to Juneau. Check it out. One of the fun things to do is ride the tram up to the top of Mount Roberts.
A popular activity for tourists is the Mount Roberts Tram. Its convenient dockside location means you can easily fit this activity in before, after, or even between tours. Opening in 1996, the Gold Belt tram's two 60-passenger cabins are capable of carrying 1,050 people per hour. Moving in unison with one going up as the other goes down, and taking 6 minutes to ascend 1,800 feet from its lower terminal to its tower. At the top, you will be rewarded with views of the city of Juneau, Gastineau Channel, Douglas Island, and the Chilkat Mountain Range. Also found at the top of the tramway is a restaurant, theater, gift shop, and trails leading both up and down the mountain. If you're lucky, you can even closely observe and learn about the Juneau Raptor Center's rescued bald eagles. This female was found after being shot through the eye by an attempted poacher and is now living comfortably in the care of the Raptor Center's volunteers. On your trip to Juneau, you'll find sculptures and totem poles along the dock. The Totem Pole Trail, or Kuteya Dai in the Tlingit language, welcomes visitors along Juneau's waterfront. The 2-mile-long seawalk features a series of traditionally carved red cedar trees, each depicting symbolic creatures and images that represent Southeast Alaska Native culture.
That's the Kagwantan pole. That's for me. It's really for all, but it represents the Kagwantan tribe, of which I'm a part of.
The totem poles also serve as a physical acknowledgement of the Alaska Native tribes who have continuously lived and cultivated their traditions in this region for thousands of years.
That pole is for the Haida. There are 3 major tribes in Southeast: the Tlingit, the Haida, and the Tsimshian. Tsimshian's so cool sounding, isn't it? Anyway, that one was for our Haida cousins.
Just come from Juneau. Did you go to home, bro, today?
Yeah, we did.
Everything okay?
Yep. You don't realize how much stuff you get, but I mean, it was. The girls kept coming out with more and more suitcases. How did we fit this all in there?
Yeah, this way when the one before you don't bring anything, only backpacks and then sit here, right?
Yep.
So everything is go home already.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Thank you very so much. Yeah. Beautiful to know.
Have a good day.
This is the Twisted Fish Company, right next to Taku Smokeries. If you're looking for some good Alaskan seafood, this place is another one of those. You're going to pay for it, but it's going to be worth it. Good food, great atmosphere. Back to vacation land. Getting ready, go back through security. So, got to get my photo taken by the CBJ, then scan my room card, check me back in.
Do a face recognition. Oh, really? Yeah.
And my good friends at the CBJ have another awesome photo of me for what it's worth. Well, about to scan my card and get back on the ship. Sorry we didn't do more tours and all, but between laundry and getting the car and paying taxes and, you know, just life stuff, stopping into work, saying hi to the folks. We'll have to do more Juneau stuff when we get home. Getting the shot.
Well, of all the ways we've left Juneau, we've never done it by cruise ship, so long list of firsts for this trip. Pretty stinking epic.
Good old downtown Juneau from the cruise ship. Our house is that way. It's where all the rich folk reside. Our house is not over there.
We're not over there. If we were over there, we wouldn't be able to afford all this vacation. So if you're wondering why the channel is called Alita LeBlanc and not something Thomas and Alita or some crazy adventure name, to be honest, I wasn't really sure what type of videos I was going to make. And at the time, I really had no idea how much contribution Thomas would be to it, and the name was holding me back. I was just spending all this time thinking, I don't have a name, I can't have a channel. Whether we're traveling, or I'm making videos by myself, or we're making videos together, or we're doing things as a family, or the kids are off and moved out and not doing stuff with us anymore, it would still apply. And whether this channel lives or dies is completely up to me. I do all of the editing. I'm completely in charge of the upload schedule, what goes into the video, what gets cut. I choose all the music, and he also has come to really enjoy contributing to it. So we love that so many people have enjoyed the videos as well as we have, and we look forward to finding more of those people who are loving what we're doing and can't wait to see more, because we love what we're doing and can't wait to do more.
So, in my construction days in the field, that house right there is quite massive, and their roof started to cave in a little bit, so my father, myself, and two other people cut the top of that puppy off, and I hand cut every piece of roofing on that house. So there was a house on that street that burned down, Foster Avenue, and we completely rebuilt that, Carver Construction. This condo complex, the Taku winds get so blustery that super heavy glass has blown in, and one time an ambulance hit one of the decks. And so we've done a lot of work in those places. One year it was so windy, these massive condos, the white ones in the middle, they lost a whole ton of their siding. The wind in between, in between those little places sucked all the siding right off the building. And so we went in and built scaffolding and put it all back. If you get to come for the 4th of July, when our boat works, we tend to anchor up right around this point, because they bring a big barge out and they park it right in the middle of Gastineau Channel, and they launch off all the fireworks, and all the people of Juneau gather around that entire wharf area. Everybody's all across the bridge, and everybody lines up along these beaches, and so many bonfires, little tiny fireworks shows going off, so much entertainment. 4th of July in Juneau is a pretty good event. If you get a chance to come, definitely should. Let me see if we can see my office yet. Peeking out from behind the trees is the Carver Construction office. The beautiful house to the left is the boss's house. This is the boat harbor. That blue building right there in the center of the screen. I know, they're all blue. But the blue building with the white door and brown deck is Rocky's Marine. And Carver Construction did a full renovation of that building. That was a fun project. This harbor is where we typically launch our boat when we want to fish to the south of Juneau. It's also where my father keeps his boat, right about behind that island.
Whew. It's cold. We're getting closer to Sandy Beach. I don't want to miss it. we have this side of the deck completely to ourselves. You can see everyone is on the Juneau side. It's a pretty chilly day today, so there's not a lot happening, not a lot of locals out and about today, but if it was summertime, that whole beach would be full, the water would be full of kids and paddle boards and all kinds of barbecues and just good family time. Thomas has got a little bit of an audience down there now.
Sand is a pretty unique thing in this area. This is not natural sand. All those pilings right there and that pump house are the remnants of the Treadwell mine. And so they had a stamp mill right about where that picnic pavilion is. And they had a stamp mill there that would break down ore, and it generated a lot of sand and stuff. So that is how we ended up with this beautiful strip of beach. Now it's primarily a recreation zone. There's a trail, there's a bunch of historic buildings and old mining buildings, some of which have also been renovated by Carver Construction. For you hikers out there, there is a trail that cuts up this ridge. It's called the Jumbo Mountain Trail, and you will end up in the clouds up on Mount Jumbo. It's a good trail.
Add that to the list of firsts. This is the first time that I have been on a cruise ship staring out over there. Normally I'm over there waving to the people on the ship. Super crazy feeling to be the one over here on the ship passing the beach that we play on every year, at least until I got freaked out about the dog poop and the girls got a little bit older and started not wanting to go to play at the beach. We raised our kids here in a cruise ship town, and when they were little they would stare at these big old ships and wonder what it was like. And Shyla, our youngest, she was just a few years old, and she looked at Thomas and said, "Dad, when are we gonna go on a cruise ship? When are we going to go on a cruise ship? Are we ever going on a cruise ship?" We didn't know. And so we took them on their first cruise in 2019, and Shyla was 10, so it took us quite a handful of years to get her on a ship, but we've done it. This is now our third cruise, but technically the fourth, because this was a back-to-back, 2 cruises in one. There's no question if we'll do another cruise. We definitely will. The question is, where will we go? So a lot of research to do. Someone's on me.
I mean, like, if you don't know what escargot is, you don't know. She gave me a sport.
It comes with its own.
Pull it out, cheers.
You need some little bread rounds.
Rounds my way through.
I would hold the bread. You need to have control over it, or that snail's gonna roll across the dining room.
Hold your piece of bread. On the bread. All together.
Oh, you.
Dad might have to eat it for you.
Yeah.
You're shaking. Put some cheese on it.
Alright. Here we go. Don't psych yourself out. Just go for it. Meaty. Yep. It's not as horrible as you imagined.
No.
Told you, us French are so good. It makes it tastes wonderful.
Just don't say the word. I'll probably not be able to eat it without bread. But the bread seems hard to cut. I only have like 4 more different snacks. I need to get myself time to process first. Because my brain is still like, you're eating the snack. Every bite.
We've got a pair of tenderloins on the table with beer battered shrimp. Carlio's got her steak. And for me, the salmon bowl. I have eaten so much salmon on this trip, but it's all been really good. And I'm going to be so healthy. 1 tiramisu and 3 chocolate lava cakes. And I had them bring me a sundae too.
In the next episode, we share our very rainy day in Ketchikan, Alaska,